fingers are very important when you punch. Most people, when they punch, they grip for dear life and they squeeze because they're afraid their wrist is going to buckle. So like they squeeze and they make this iron bar here. Realistically, when you squeeze, little tip, the farther your thumb goes down, the more tension it brings in your arm. The higher you go up, the less tension it brings to your arm, but also less tension it brings to your hands. So you got to make sure your wrists are very strong. A lot of push-ups on your fists, right? A lot of things to teach you how to make that wrist not buckle when there's no tension here. But what you want ideally is you want those fingers to help accelerate. So what happens when you hit, it's not like a bar. On the point of impact, there's like a, you hear that? There's like a snap to it. That snap creates a lot of momentum. If you just go like this, you're just hitting with it like a baseball bat. You're not throwing that whip. So make sure when you throw this, there's always that grab, right? Now, one other weird little tip. Think of how energy works. If I take my fingers and I pull this way and I squeeze, what direction is the energy going? It's going the way I squeeze my fist. So if I'm hitting like this, but I'm squeezing like this, you're kind of splitting your energy. When you throw this, I don't know how to explain this other than the fingers they flick, but this almost goes forward a little bit into the hip. So you're gonna feel like this, like they almost expand just a touch. I mean, it's not big, but it's just a little bit, so it doesn't pull back to you. You want that little this way, right? So it opens in. So when I do this, right, ideally what happens is I hit right about here, there's acceleration, right? So I want this snap like this. Everything here should be relaxed. And this just right there closes and accelerates through. And when it hits, you almost feel like these want to go into the pad or the person, whatever. So there's an acceleration on the hand. Now, here's the deal with this. This works really good when you're punching shorter. The problem you're going to have in real life is people move, right? When you're hitting a pad, it's easy because like you can time it. But if you got a moving partner and you get loose here and he steps in, you're going to roll your hand. So what happens is these are not meant to be done from a long ways away. If you go like this and throw it and try and time that, more than likely you're going to buckle your hand. So the key to this is you have to accelerate very close. So if I do this and do that, it's not going to happen. But if I get to here and then do that, it works really well because he doesn't have a lot of time to move at that point. So when I do this, you have to keep in mind that my hands aren't really throwing until right about there. And then there's that. Click like that. Everything's relaxed. Everything's loose. It hits and explodes through. Just like that. But you have to learn how to bring acceleration at the end, not the beginning. A lot of people, when they punch, they throw all their mass at the beginning of the work. When you actually throw this, you're just kind of setting your hand into position, and then the explosion comes at the very end when it's close. That way you don't miss and you don't hurt your hands. So when you practice this, like simple, like this, right? Close and light, and on something you're not going to break your hands up on. Make sure they're very relaxed, comfortable, and as you get better with it, you can move back and start throwing with more juice. And then eventually your guy will move the pad or he'll move, and you're going to have to learn how to time this so that you hit it in the movement and find that nice sweet spot that you don't roll your arm. Then you got to start doing something heavier. You can do it on a heavy bag, and use him just for example. When you hit it, it's not about crushing the bag. You just want to feel how the fingers go like this, and you want to be heavy with it. And don't try and move the bag as much. Just try and feel how it vibrates into the bag. That's all you want. You want that shake. You want boom, like that. So you have to do it on something heavy, otherwise you'll never understand what it's like to hit something hard. If you just hit things like this, one day you're going to hit something and you're going to roll your hand, and it's not going to feel particularly good. Acceleration, snap at the end, expansion. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notify button. Please feel to share, and thank you guys for watching. It really helps the channel grow.